Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Political Science Study Hub. Today I am going to teach you about BA first year's syllabus, which I have started earlier also. I have covered political science scope, nature and approaches in my first video, which link I will give in my description. Today I am going to start with the second topic, that is state, its element, nature of state, theories of origin of state, constitution and its classification, forms of government and organs of government. State has been derived from the word stalis. State is an association of people who live within a geographical area under the original government and subject to no outside control. State is very common word and everybody knows what is state, and so in detail I am not going to say. In short, I will say there are few definitions of state which I have written, and it would be good if you learn this with their names. These all are political thinkers, and here are definitions of them. Okay. State is a territorial society divided into government and subject, given by Lasky, and Aristotle said that state as a union of families and villages having for its end a perfect and self-sufficient life. So now we came to the elements of state. So there are four important elements of state: population, territory, government and sovereignty. See, population is most important. This means the people living in a place. How much number of people should we live in a place? Different political thinkers have given different numbers. Like Plato has told that there should be 5040 people for an ideal state. Aristotle has said that population should not be very small or very large. Rousseau has said that for ideal state there should be 10,000 people. So this was the ideas given by them, but in this time we know how many people are living, and if we don't follow the population given by the political thinkers, the population is increasing day by day. Then territory. See, every state have their specific territory. Boundaries are there to divide the territories. And government is also important. To rule a state there should be a government. Without government, state cannot be ruled. And sovereignty is very much important. Sovereign, a state should be sovereign, and no other state should interfere in the business of a state. Next we will come to the theory of the states, and so this is nature of the state. First, in nature of the state I have written a few theories. So first one is idealist theory of state, which is given by Immanuel Kant, who says that man is social and political animal, while Aristotle has told that man is political animal. So by living in society man can develop. So he has told what is the importance of state, means what happens living in a state. A state is self-sufficient entity for self by self. So by people only a state is formed, and for people's benefit only. State is an ethical institution. It is man's best friend. State has its independent will and personality, and state is protector and creators of individual rights. Second is Marxist theory of state, of course given by Marx. What Marx says? Marx says that state is an exploitation in the hands of dominant class. It is not good for all, it is only good for few. Okay, so this is a different thought of him. State maintain its exploitative class, means class conflicts happen in state. The superior will rule over the inferior. Dominant class rules over the inferior class. State is a symbol of injustice. Now, third one is neo-Marxist theory of state, which is given by Max Weber. He rejected Marx theory. He said state has power to use of force. State maintains bureaucracy. It implies policies that cannot be reduced to class interest. Fourth is liberal theory of state, which is given by John Locke, is known as the father of liberalism. Liberal attitude towards right and privileges. Liberal government no slowdown in progress of people. If there will be no liberal government, then there will slow down in progress of people. Now we come to theories of origin of state. First one is force theory. By force on weak people, a state is formed. State was based on force, injustice, and evil because of desire of freedom. So everybody wants freedom, and for one's self freedom, a person will dominate other, and by like this only a state is formed. Okay, state is believed to form by exploitation of labors by capitalists, which is similar to the Marx theory. Second is divine theory. The state is origin of divine from God. The state was viewed as divine creation. Rulers claim that they have order from divine to control. It is connected with God. Third is social contract theory, which we will focus in Hobbes, Locke, and Rousseau. The individual surrenders some of the freedom to ruler in exchange for protection of their remaining rights. Hobbes, Locke, and Rousseau. I have written a few points. In short, we will study about it in later in detail. What Hobbes said? Hobbes said that state was a state of war where everyone was each other's enemy. So, to avoid fear and danger, state was created. Locke said that life was at peace, but there was no one to interpret law and rights. So, state was created. And Rousseau said that people live an ideal life, but there was rise of properties. As property was given very much important, everybody was having property, and for property they was ready to do everything. So evil was created. Okay, so stop that evil, or to escape from that evil, state was created. Now we come to constitution. Constitution is a set of rules that guides how a state, country, or other political organization works. It is source of all power. It sets rules that everybody should respect. It guarantees individual and collective freedom and right. Constitution is very common. Everybody knows. In India also we have our own constitution, and by following that constitution only, rules and regulations. Now we come to the classification of constitution. I have written four types of mainly classification: evolved and enacted. Evolved is a result of historical development, and it is formed after discussion, like after the formation of Constituent Assembly. We formed our constitution. That is enacted one, which are written, and real are those which are written, but in that real made decisions are also added, then it becomes real constitution. Then written and unwritten. Written are of course the one which is written, and unwritten means they don't have written constitution. Flexible and rigid. Flexible means changes can be made, like amendment can be made, like in India's one. And rigid are one that in which their changes cannot be made. There are few more like codified, uncodified, monarch and republic, presidential and parliamentary, and federal and unitary. Now we come to types of government. Absolute monarchy means monarchs rule. Anarchy means there is no law and there is absence of government. Authoritarian means authority is imposed on citizen. Commonwealth means compact of people together living together for their common good. Constitutional means a government working under constitution. Confederacy means unity by treaty. Constitutional democracy means power in governing constitution. Constitutional monarch means rules law made for a monarch to follow. So I have written about 15 types of government which you can learn. Democracy is of course known by everyone, which we have in our country. Dictatorship means leader with absolute power. Federal means division of power between central and state. Monarchy means monarchs reign. Parliamentary means parliament government. Presidential means president's rule. President is given more important, like we can say in America. And then republic, peoples elect deputies, not leaders directly. See, these are the future features we have in India's constitution, like republic, federal and parliamentary. Okay, now we come to the organs of the government. Legislature, executive and judiciary. In legislature we have the houses. I have written of India's like Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, whose legislature function is of making of laws, controlling budget, doing amendment, electoral and judicial functions. In executive we have mostly the prime minister, council of ministers and other ministers, whose work is to take decision and sees that it is being implemented. Responsible for the implementation of laws and responsible for day to day administration. Means legislature makes laws, executive implements it, and judiciary gives punishment if that laws are violated. In judiciary, it settles dispute between individuals and private parties, protects rights of people and interprets the constitution. Its function is of prevention of violation of laws, and if any violation is there, to give punishment is taken care of by judiciary. Making new laws, administration, advisory function and protection of fundamental rights. So this was all for today's class. I will see you all next time.